WOSD Radio and WVRO Soul. You are inside of the Smooth Jazz Cafe with Big Corn. These next three artists you're going to hear in this set coming up are all going to be in the Chicagoland area as part of the Horns on Fire show, the Horns on Fire 2 show that is given by, of course, none other than Kind One Productions. And it's going to be at the Roxy Theater on December 16th in Lockport, Illinois. I will be your host that night, and it is going to be a fire show. You better get your tickets. Go to kindone.com to get your tickets. We're going to start out with saxophonist Marcus Adams, and then you'll hear from saxophonist D. Lucas, and then you'll hear from trumpeter and friend of the show, Lynn Roundtree. Here it is, a little taste of what you're going to get in December at the Horns on Fire 2 show. We'll start out with saxophonist Marcus Adams. This is his new single. It's called Spanish Nights on the Smooth Jazz Cafe. WOSD Radio and WVRO Soul. You are keeping it smooth with your boy Big Corn inside of the Smooth Jazz Cafe. That was a very smooth set from three artists who are going to be here in the Chicagoland area on December 16th. You just heard Lynn Roundtree on trumpet featuring Ryan Lavalette, and that's from Lynn's latest album. It's called Solid. Lynn, friend of the show as well. Before that, you heard D. Lucas, and that's featuring Blair Bryant on bass, and that was called Stay Strong. And we started that set with saxophonist Marcus Adams, and that was his latest single. It's called Spanish Nights. And all three of those fellows will be at the Horns on Fire 2 show given by Kind One Productions. I will be your host that night, and it is going to be fire for sure. Get your tickets. Go to kindone.com, KYNDONE.com, and get your tickets. You're not going to want to miss this show. I'm telling you. These three guys performed together at a Kind One show before, a couple of years ago. And it was fire that night. It's going to be even hotter this time. And we're going to be at the Roxy Theater, which is one of my favorite venues in the Chicagoland area. Very, very cool place to see a show. Very intimate. And, the management there is really, really cool. The beverages are very affordable. One of the most affordable bars I think you'll ever find at a theater. And there are a lot of restaurants on that same block. On that same block, there's a lot of good restaurants, and they even allow you to bring food into the theater. Now, you can't bring in drinks. They want you to buy the drinks there. But I'm telling you, the drinks are so affordable, you won't mind. And you can bring whatever you want, from one of the neighboring restaurants and have it there in the theater and get your beverages and enjoy the show. This is going to be a great show. Like I said, saxophonist Marcus Adams, saxophonist Dee Lucas, and trumpeter Lynn Roundtree, December 16th at the Roxy Theater. And I'm sure, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I'm sure it will be opened by the teenage musical prodigy Will Carter Music. You gotta see this kid. I mean, he plays about 4 or 5 different instruments. Musical prodigy, 14 years old. This kid is something else. You gotta see him. Get your tickets, everybody. Kind1.com. KYNDONE.com. Get your tickets and come to the Horns on Fire 2 show at the Roxy Theater in Lockport, Illinois. Lockport is just about 30 or 40 minutes from the south side of Chicago. So really, really cool little town. Pookie and them don't be out there, right? You ain't got to worry about Pookie and them. Get your tickets and come on to the show. I'll be your host that night. We're going to have a good time, everybody. We're going to have some food and some beverages and some good, smooth music. How about it? I'll see you there. So get your tickets, and I will see you that night at the Roxy.